one of these days, I was at eating breakfast at Save On Meats. Mm-hmm. I noticed these guys like in the DJ booth. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, this looks pretty awesome. So I just kind of asked like what was going on, and the guy's like, yeah, this is a radio station. We broadcast live on the internet, and if you want to know more, email this guy. So I think it was maybe Ash that I think I first talked to, and I said, hey. And then we got introduced to the guy that ran the station at the time, James Hearn. Mm-hmm. And and our house was kind of born, and that's when things really...
Yeah, actually that was a really good breakfast because we did some pies with James as well. So yes, I'm glad you went.
Save On Meats is like a deli / quick in-and-out eatery.
Yeah.
So how does a place that's essentially made for serving food host a radio station?
Well, they have a big component of what they do is like community-based sort of outreach. Mm-hmm. So they do a lot of feeding people in the area who need food. So the radio station is part of that community work. They have a lot of people come in and do talk radio for issues that they see, around there. So I guess it probably came from that angle.
Totally.
And then, of course, they incorporate music as well into it.
Okay.
They're really good. They're a really open-minded, like progressive place, and they do a lot of good work for that area.
Yeah, their token system is what you're referring to.
Yeah, exactly,
which I think is a great system.
They like host dinners. It seems like they have, say, a company or a group of people will come in, a charity, and they'll like host a dinner, and they'll have a group of people who need it. I don't know where they get certain housing areas or whatever they would invite in for the evening. Yeah. And then they get a 3-course dinner, and it's normally served by people connected to the company that are sponsoring the event, that type of thing. So they seem
a few people that go to that.
Yeah.
Like to help.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's it's really good.
Yeah, I think, they've always really been involved in kind of grassroots, community-based supports and services. And, to my knowledge, that's kind of how Save on Radio kind of was born. It's like, it was kind of, I think it started at the time when radio was like radio and very sterile and not very, now there's podcasts and stuff like that, right? So they were kind of before a lot of that stuff became popular. And it was just a chance for like up and coming artists just to have a space to play a weekly show or something like that. So that was kind of connected to the whole community service aspect of it. But yeah, because I was surprised too. I'm like, what the hell is a radio station doing in a diner? It didn't make much sense.
But you've seen the booth there.
Yeah.
It's wicked.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's such an interesting place.
It's for sure cool setup.
Yeah, even just stood there for 2 hours, you just get to see all of the stuff that happens on Hastings, and it's always interesting.
How many shows are part of this, or how many programs are part of this radio station?
It's pretty fully booked up. I think mainly during the day they seem to be pretty full, and then there's some spaces in the evening. But they're pretty heavy scheduled, I think. And then they would play repeats of old shows if there's no one in there.
Okay.
They try and keep the radio running all the way through.